record.
Yay.
Robin has issues remembering to do that. That's why I always say that I'm hitting record.
That's okay.
So how's everybody today? We're Tuesday.
Not bad, not
Just
bad.
bring up my page.
And you? How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm feeling much better, thankfully.
That's good.
Yeah, no, had a good night and got up kind of early and it was good.
And tell everybody about your treat this morning that I'm super jealous of.
So we ran out of bread yesterday, so I was like, I'm gonna make bread because Linda made bread. I don't know if Linda's there yet, but anyway, so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna make bread because I have everything. It's just white bread, but anyway, so we were really bad though because it makes 4 loaves, the recipe. So we have 2 loaves of bread, and I took 1 loaf's worth and made cinnamon buns.
Oh, I
and then
love
the other loaf, we were like, this is like straight to the arteries, like bad for you. I took it. I don't know if you've ever done it, but you take the dough and then you heat up oil in a pan and then you fry the dough.
I've heard somebody doing that before. I've never tried it.
And then you just get it so it's brown, and then you put butter and just a sprinkle of salt on it. It is divine. It's, like I say though, it's like straight artery clogging material. Like we only ever do it once in a while.
So Robin sends this picture to us this morning, and it's a nice cinnamon bun and a latte that Jeff makes for her every morning with the heart in it. Isn't that the cutest thing?
Yeah, he does.
I love it.
Every day he has a heart in my mocha. So, but yeah, and I'm like, don't be jealous. I know. I mean, I don't do that often. Like, I don't make all those treats often. But you know what? It's the joke around is like the Corona 20, like, and that means like you're gonna gain 20 pounds on the Corona quarantine kind of thing, and that's totally what's gonna happen in my house. So let's see. We got some shout outs.
Yes.
Here, Dorinka.
Hello.
Carmen, of course. Hi, Carmen.
Hi, Carmen.
We got Dan. Hi, Dan. Karen.
Hey, Dan.
Kirsten.
Hello.
Carmen was yummy. I'm not gonna lie, it was so good. And we have Kate watching and Marty watching. Welcome, everybody.
Hello. Well, that's exciting. Lots of people today.
Yeah, I know. So you guys had a good night?
Yeah, so it was pretty early because we were, sorry, I don't know if you can hear Kevin now. He's getting hungry. Tyler's feeding him up. He gets up between 2:30 and 3:30. So not last night, but the night before, he got up at 3:30. And by the time I was able to get him sleeping again, it was already after 4. And I'm like, why would I go to bed? So last night I did call it an early night. So
it sounds like a nap day to me. I'd totally be having a nap. You know what? It's so funny. I used to always say, like, when I was trying to get my toddlers down for a nap, if somebody forced me to have a nap every day, I'd be in heaven. Wouldn't you? Like, oh. But anyways, yeah, kind of funny.
I wake up groggy after a nap, and I just can't get things going. So I find if I go all day and not sit still at all, then I'm fine. It's once I turn the TV in the evening.
Yeah. As soon as I stop kind of moving around, that's when I'm like, oh,
yeah,
like the
5
2
minutes.
o'clock kind of. But like, it's funny because Jeff's been home off work, and he can have like one of those like falls completely asleep and gets up in 15 minutes nap. Not me. I'm like, you have to wake me up because I can't get up. Like, I'm just like, oh, this feels so good. But yeah, so we've had a couple naps since he's been off work. So.
Well, that's nice.
So I have a little funny thing. Okay. I put on my stories yesterday that I have a kryptonite when it comes to the self-quarantine. And it's this guy right here, this little Oreo cookie.
Oh.
And I just wanted to come on and tell you how sad I am that this is the last Oreo cookie in my house. Oh. Double stuffed too.
Double stuffed. Are you one of the ones that
kryptonite? What's that?
Are you one that pulls it apart?
I do. I pull it apart and I eat the dry side first.
Yes.
And then I eat this.
And
so I don't lick it off.
Oh.
It just goes in. This piece first, then this. So.
And do you dip it in milk at all?
I used to, but no, that's
No.
too much work. So yeah, anyways, Jeff had bought me a those ones and it peels back. You can take a couple and it peels. And yeah, he brought it home knowing full well it's my kryptonite. And now I'm
And it's
staring at
raw.
it. I'm like, now I'm going to hoard this one. Because I don't know when I'm going to get another one. So I'm going to hoard this one. So what's your kryptonite? Like, what are you
Oh,
going to not be able to live without?
it's sweets. Anything sweet. I just chocolate, pastries. And we're running out on flour. So I can't even.
Oh,
And there's none in Bulk Barn. Like my mom even checked, and I was actually like, is Bulk Barn a safe idea right now? And she said, actually, only the workers touch things right now. Nobody
perfect.
else does. Yeah.
Yeah.
But flour's gone from there. Flour's gone from all of our stores. We can't find it anywhere. So
our little local store, they've kept it pretty stocked up, except for like the main things like toilet paper and hand sanitizer and, Clorox wipes and stuff like that. So, but we don't have to worry about hand sanitizer and stuff because we have a machine that creates the hand sanitizer. It makes 2.5 pH water, and we just wash our hands, we wash our vegetables, anything that comes in the house now we're washing with it. So we're set. We're really lucky that we have a Kangen water machine. So yeah. Anyways, that's my thing is Oreo cookies. And I don't know, like it's the weirdest mentality for me. Like, just because I'm always home, like I work from home, but now it's like every time I pass by the fridge, I'm like, oh, should open that.
Yeah.
And I never used to do that. It's like, I think I'm starving or something. I don't know. But
shout out to
Christina. What's that?
A shout out to Christina. She said happy Tuesday, but she's also asked Robin if you've tried the carrot cake Oreos.
You know what? Jeff got those too, but I'm not a carrot cake kind of person. So I was like, oh, like,
she said they were
this
so
is the
good.
money. This right here. I'm just going to have it on my windowsill and pet it every day now because it's the last one. So who else we got here?
Melissa's watching. And Griselda.
Hi, Griselda. And thanks, guys, for joining us.
Yes.
Christina and Carmen both have a Kangen machine.
Yes.
So, it's it's a life-changing machine. It truly is. The ones that we have, it makes water all from like 2.5 pH all the way up to 11.5 pH. And it's completely replaced all the cleaning stuff in our house. I don't know.
Use mine for my conditioner.
Conditioner, you can use it like as a tone. It's just incredible. I never knew it existed until a couple of years ago, and our tap water here is so gross. So it filters that. So yeah, if anybody wants to know some information about that, just let us know.
Yeah.
So anyways, today is Tuesday, and that means we're going to be talking some business tips. And I am like the queen of implementation. Not that I always implement things like I should, but it irritates me when people don't implement things. Like if they reach out to me for help and stuff and I spend time showing them something and then I find out that they're not even going to do it, let me tell you, it gets me kind of. So today we're talking about implementation.
Yes.
So when you're on in a business, it doesn't matter if it's a brick and mortar or if it's an online business or however you're running your business, going door to door, whatever. If you have training and you have like updates and stuff like that, if you learn these things or you pay to learn these things and you don't implement them, which is taking it and putting it into action, then really, what's the point?
Yeah.
Right? Because like with us, with being online, we have had lots of training on all different platforms and all different, kind of different ways that you can do things in the online world and strategies and techniques and, running ads or not running ads, all different things. So you know, every week with our team, we get training on what's the latest and greatest, what's the newest thing that's going on, how to talk to people, like everything like that. So you go to these trainings and you take, you know, you take notes and notes and notes and notes. And then it seems like most people just don't implement it. Like they don't actually put it into action.
I
So
think part of it could be overwhelmed. It's
yeah, for sure.
overload. Yeah.
Absolutely. You know, you have bought training. I know I have bought tons of, you know, trainings with different leaders, like you name it.
Yeah.
I've joined, like signed up for some of their paid training and gone through it, and I'm like, yeah, this is great. And then, you know, I just find that I still kind of go back to my old ways and not implement things. And the thing is with online is that it changes every day. Every single day there's something new that works, or something that you were doing that doesn't now. So you know, you have to stay in the now. Like you have to know what's new and what's working. So yeah, training you buy can be outdated in a week. So you have to, you know,
Oh yeah.
you have to be really choosy. So
Well,
yeah,
that's
what are
part
your
of it.
thoughts on that?
Well, I know for myself, I feel like if I go and purchase training, you want to use as much of it as quickly as you can, and go through the videos as quickly as you can, or go through the tutorials, or whatever the case may be. And I'm finding that if you learn something, don't watch anything for a little while and practice what you learned. Slowly start implementing that, and then you'll get a way, you'll see the value of it and be doing it, and then it will start to come naturally, and then you can start learning something new.
Yes.
And I know that Tyler likes to watch and not really implement.
Yes.
And he wants me to keep up with him.
Well, the thing is that is the majority of people that do business. You know, you spend money on trying to learn the newest and greatest kind of thing. And a lot of them have steps that you're supposed to go through. And good training, like if you bought training and it's just, here you go, learn it, it's not worth it. You need one that says, okay, you need to do this before you can do this. So until you've done this and implement it, then you can move to this. That's kind of what you want to follow. So
Yeah. And I will say that that's when we first started. Tyler was really into like, let's go with all the training, and then we'll implement later.
Yeah.
And we've both kind of met in the middle now. Like he's backed off a little bit, but I've gone a little bit faster because I kind of moved. I like to perfect things before I move on, and sometimes that's not really a good idea.
Yeah, I mean,
because there's no such thing as perfect either, right?
The thing is that if you're taking so long to perfect something that you're not implementing it, you're no further ahead. So you have to have kind of a, you know, a level where you're doing kind of both. You don't want to just throw, like say you were doing something like copywriting or something. You don't just want to half-ass it and then throw something that isn't good out. Like that's not the point. So you definitely want to be, you know, into it enough and perfecting it enough so that it is good quality and good value when you put it out as a post or whatever, right? But but if you're like taking a week and a half to write a post,
which I overthink,
that's too much. Like, you know, you find out how to do it, you learn it, you implement it, then you move on to the next thing. And that's like with life too. If you're, you know, if you're learning things or trying to learn things that are helping you in your life, but you're not implementing it, it's like going to the doctor and having some horrible cold and he gives you pills and then, oh, I'll take them next week. Like, you know, like it's like putting off something with your health.
Or you don't take them for the full amount of time.
What's the point?
It's going to come back, right?
What is the point? That's why they say, you know, you need to take it for this long. It's, you know, every little thing you do in life is, it's, you know, you're taking it and you're putting it into action. You do it right from your birth until, you know, till you're old like me. So, where are we? Suha's watching. Hello in Sydney.
Hello.
Carmen says, good advice, Lindsay. Take time to implement what you just learned and then move on to the next. Yes. A lot of times, like we have video training where it's like step by step by step in videos, and people will watch the video and then try and remember what the steps were. Not me. I will watch the video, say, I can even watch it through, but then I'll stop and go back and just start, stop, so that I can actually go to my page and fix things that I need to, or change things or whatever as I'm doing it. So that's always a good thing too, if you have business training, that it's a good thing. So let's see, let me look at my notes. Definitely don't buy more training until you've done the training that you've bought, because
it will feel overwhelming.
It's overwhelming. It's expensive.
Yes.
I have trainings that I have never even opened and looked at that are so out of date now that I never will, but I paid for them. So, that could have been, I don't know what I would have bought with the money, but something good. Oreos.
Yeah. Something that you would have used.
I would have had another whole package of those. So, it's definitely don't overwhelm yourself and pile on things this high so that, you're like, you get, nervous because you've spent money on these things. So and then you just don't do anything. So,
well, and that's part of it too. You see something and you're like, oh, that's so exciting. I got to have that.
Yeah.
But it will be there in 2 months, 3 months. So maybe I know for myself, I have to take a step back and like sleep on it and say, okay, do I really need this right now? Or can it wait for a couple of months when we have a little bit more time because we're done the other training? But
I'm really bad with apps. Like I'll get apps, like especially like photo editing or video editing, because I love doing that stuff. So I'm like, oh, I need this. And then I get it and then I hardly use it. So I have to kind of, I have to back up on those things too. But so like, just don't buy so much stuff that you're not going to be able to, put it this way, if you're not going to do it in a month, don't buy it, because by the time that month goes by, it may be out of date, because things change like that in the online world. Like, what they're telling you, this might not work here, especially now with all the changes in the world right now. I mean, things just aren't the same. So, so I mean, just take
something,
buy it, learn it. And there's so much free training out there too. So you don't even feel don't feel like you should buy paid training for anything really. Because there is so many free groups and stuff if you need to find training on how to do copywriting or how to do video editing or anything like that. So so then another thing we were going to talk about a bit was which is more you, because I haven't actually bought coaching, so you have. So you can talk a little bit about that.
Well, I kind of wanted to touch back also on what you had said, is that you will take the time out of your day and show somebody how to do something. And then when you find out that they're not actually doing it, it's really frustrating. And I've heard from, like, we got a coach a little while ago, and he said, I'm giving you tools here. If you're not going to do them, I don't want to hear from you. As harsh as that is, but it makes sense.
Yes.
I'm taking time out of my day to help you with your business. And if you're not doing the steps I told you, what's the point?
What is the point?
I get it.
Yeah.
Right? And it makes sense. So, like, we did not do the steps, so we have not talked to him, because what's the point, right?
Yeah.
But another point to go along with that too is, if you are investing money on a coach, make sure that you're comfortable with them, because you will be working with the people, right? And if you're not comfortable with them, or you feel like they're not on the same page as you and they're not going to give you exactly what you're looking for, then shop around. You're totally entitled to shop around.
And don't feel bad.
With them. And when I say face-to-face, I mean like laptop to laptop, right? But have a conversation with them and see if you connect, right?
You gotta, it's hard sometimes when you're dealing with people. Like, because you try to make them not feel bad by saying, this isn't working out for us. We're not on the same level, or, we don't have the same, vision or goal or whatever like that. I mean, I know it's a person that you're talking to, but you hired them.
Yes.
So it's your right to, either accept just how it is, or actually go, hey, I paid for this and I want it to be like this. So don't feel bad if you actually have to, I guess, fire your coach to look for somebody else, but have a conversation with them for sure. You would want that if they
Yes.
weren't happy. So yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. And part of it is just be aware of how you're paying for it. Is it all up front as well? So like if you're not finishing it, or is that money that you're out, or are you paying on a coaching session by coach? So are you paying per hour as opposed to?
I think, it looks expensive, but I would do it by the hour.
Yeah.
I know it looks expensive up front, but if something doesn't go quite right, or for instance, you don't implement something and now you're so far behind that you're not, but you've already paid all this money to this person, kind of thing. So
yeah, then you're not missing out, right? You're
Yeah.
still getting what you pay for each time.
Yeah. Yeah,
right?
Exactly.
Yeah, sometimes they'll
yeah.
offer a discount for like 4 sessions up front, but
Yeah.
what good is that discount if you're not implementing or using it to its
Well,
full?
that's exactly right. Like, like I know that I see sometimes, like in our business chats and stuff like that, people are asking the same question over and over and over. And there's one reason, because they have the training right in front of them, but they don't go in and do it. Like they don't implement what they're being taught. So then the next step comes up and they don't know what they don't know what the next step is, because they haven't followed the first one, and we see that day in and day out, and it's so frustrating. I mean, I like to help people. I do. I love it. But I do a lot of this, like, kind of thing. So, and I can't imagine, that's just at my level. I can't imagine like the big operators and, how they deal with that kind of stuff. So, yeah, I mean, everything is about, say that again?
I was going to say, you have the tools at your fingertips.
Yeah.
Go in there and utilize it.
Yeah.
Especially if it's included.
Yeah. Yeah. A lot of stuff that you, like, if you buy a certain package on training of something, there's so much that's included with it that it is almost overwhelming, actually. But you kind of, there's no point in buying stuff and wasting money if you're not going to put it to use. And you can't just dilly-dally and put it to use 6 months from now when you have time to sit there and watch, 5 hours of videos or something. It's got to be within a certain amount of time if you're talking about online, like I say, because it might not even be useful in 6 months from now. So
yeah,
certain things, yes. Certain things, yes, but a lot, pardon me, a lot is no.
Yeah, it just changes too fast.
What's that?
It changes too fast, too quickly. A lot of updates. Somebody found something even better that works faster. You look at our, like, because we do everything on Facebook. So we had we talked about it. How you have like a business page. So your personal page, you're allowed to open a business page that's connected, and then your business page lets you have like an ad account where you can actually pay to have ads shown to people. So now, even in the last, would you say, like 4 months, that we, like, our business pages don't do anything now, and we're back on our personal page, which was the biggest no-no 6 months ago. Don't do any business on your personal page. Yeah.
And now it's even in 6 months, and that's a huge change.
Yeah.
For people that were doing business on their business page to doing business on their personal page. Yeah. And getting over that stigma too, that my friends and family are going to see what I'm doing. I don't care. Like, they don't talk to me on Facebook anyways. I might as well, and I'm not necessarily, trying to get them into my business. They're the last people I want to deal with in my business. Yeah. So, I'm just putting it out to the masses, kind of thing. So, things change so rapidly. in the online world and Facebook changes something every other day.
Yeah.
It is truly hard to keep up with. And you're just like, you get a notice going, oh, you broke policy or something like that. And you're like, I did? Like, what did I do?
The dreaded note, right?
I know, you're like, because, oh, now they have Facebook jail, which is just, we all love that. So, you know, if you put a happy face on too many posts, then you get put in Facebook jail. So it's, yeah, it's just crazy. So,
so do you want to get into the word of the day?
Yeah, where are we at? Oh, holy cow. God, we can talk.
Good thing I'm watching the time.
It was the Oreo story. It put us over.
Yeah.
Okay, so of course, any guesses?
Yeah.
Word of the day is implementation.
Yes.
This goes for everything in your life. Like, you know, learn it, do it. You know, don't put it off. Just get it going, no matter what it is. So it means the act of implementing or putting into effect. So that kind of sums it up right there. Yeah, so don't overwhelm yourself with things that you need to do and get implemented. Just take one thing, win it, implement it, and then, you know, go to the next thing. You will feel so much better. You'll feel like you haven't wasted money. You feel like you've actually accomplished something. And yeah, because
and you're not overwhelmed. Yeah.
It's just not worth it. So yeah. So anyways, that's all about implementing. I'm hoping that makes sense to you, all that stuff. So yeah, why don't you set us up for tomorrow? What's going on?
Yeah. Money tips again.
Woo-hoo.
Yeah, so we're going to be looking at things that we can do to help save some money put some money in your pocket. Generally, that's what we like to try and do, is always get you to put money back in your pocket instead of pulling it out all the time. So
yeah. And just like what we're talking about today.
Yeah.
Don't pay for unnecessary training or courses, or if you're not going to do them, don't buy them.
Yeah. And then we'll touch also on the challenge that we had everybody do, right? So did anybody notice in the last week any savings that they had?
Yeah, we were kind of talking about the manifestation thing, like, you know, like you go somewhere to buy something and you think that it's this price, and then holy cow, they put an extra 20% off or something like that. Like, that's money in your pocket, right? So that's kind of what we were
saving that I'd even say even the price of gas right now, right?
Yeah, no doubt.
Definitely extra money in our pockets. So go through the past week and let's see what totals that you've come up with.
Yeah, let's see what you came up with. If you really think about it, you'll find some stuff. So yeah, it's kind of neat.
Yeah.
So
awesome.
Yeah. So that's good. Well, thank you everybody that tuned in. And yeah, make sure that we do have our Facebook group going, the Daily Splash. Just hit us up with a comment if you want to get put in there. It has all the shows that we've done up to now, and Lindsay and I are throwing this and that in there once in a while. So yeah, not very many people in there yet, but we'll get more.
We're working on it.
we just have to do a couple more Fridays, and we'll have tons of people in there.
Yeah, exactly. Laugh at us,
so, but
gotta start somewhere though.
What's that?
Gotta start somewhere though.
Well, we're just, there's so much going on. We're trying to do something light, keep it light and happy, and because there's so much other stuff going on that we like to laugh. So this is it for us. All righty. Well, we're at the top of the hour. So so thanks everybody again for tuning in.
Yes, thank you.
If you have any ideas, put them in the comments. And we will be here same time, same place tomorrow.
Yes, looking forward to it.
All right, everybody. Bye.
Bye.